Prologue, March 1942. Metal screamed against metal as the barred door slid shut and struck with a thunderous clang that echoed down the corridor. Across the dormitory, a ripple of laughter ricocheted off cement block walls. A moan, a grunt. Someone swore under his breath. Cacophony of first impressions confined by concrete and steel. Carter steadied himself. These were the sounds of his decision, the one that had landed him in the St. Louis workhouse. He made his way to a vacant cot in the middle of the room. A few dozen pairs of eyes watched as the newest arrival took what he wanted rather than waiting to be told what was his. Every instinct screamed at him to look around, to measure the men behind him. Carter didn't dare. They were watching for weakness. They wouldn't find any. Carter sat on the edge of the cot, stacking the pillow and blanket he was issued against the wall before bending over to untie the knots in his boot strings. Heavy footsteps slowed behind him. "You can't sleep there." Carter didn't lift his head. "I don't see anyone else occupying it." A wad of spit landed precariously close to his right boot. "That doesn't mean you get to sleep there." For 6 months, he'd trained for this prison sentence. Running, weights, boxing. He hadn't flinched when Officer Bostrom landed a few solid punches before hauling him in. But none of it would matter if he got this wrong. Carter retied his boot and pushed to his feet. He was a few inches taller than his fellow inmate and could probably take him down with just a few punches, but getting sent to the hole wasn't on his agenda. He'd probably end up in solitary confinement at some point, but it wouldn't help to be locked away on day one. "My apologies. Which cot is mine?" The man pointed to a cot at the end of the row. Up ahead, a man leaned against the wall, arms folded, still, watching as Carter made his way to the vacant cot. Something dark marked his left arm. Not dirt, ink. A spider tattoo. Carter filed that away. If he wanted in with the iron web, he'd have to earn it. The man by the wall straightened, met his eyes, smiled. Carter held the look just long enough to prove he wasn't afraid, then let it go. When the time came, he'd be ready. After what they did to Maureen, Carter shoved the memory down before it could take hold. Not here, not now. He sat on his cot, back to the wall, eyes fixed on the clock in the hallway. 10-hour days lay ahead, splitting rock at the quarry, sleeping light, trusting no one. 9 months. He could do 9 months. He'd already survived worse.